Hello and welcome to another day in this self-inflicted hell I call the 2022 Advent Calendar by my own hand. But, you know what, let's just keep pressing on and churning out quantity over quality. That's what we're here for. It's Christmas. Anyway, so I figured I start Volume 1 of what I am calling the Analog Christmas. It's basically a collection of my Christmas media, but only in analog formats. And today it's going to be laser and VHS. So we're going to start with the lasers, and don't come at me saying that there's digital soundtracks on some of the later laser discs, because I don't want to hear that. So the first laser disc in my collection for Christmas is How the Grinch Stole Christmas, bundled with Horton Hears a Who. This is the 1994 pressing of these two specials. Here's the track listing if you want to see it. It's pretty entertaining. I've seen The Grinch numerous times. I've only seen this maybe like once or twice, and this is actually really good. I was surprised how much I actually enjoyed how Horton Hears a Who. They're entertaining and charming and timeless, and other adjectives as well. Next up, this I got off of eBay. This is a Walt Disney Christmas. I believe this pressing is from the early 80s. I want to say 84. 82? Maybe 82. I don't know if that's the original copyright date. But anyway, this is a good collection of some of the quintessential Disney cartoons. We have Once Upon a Winter Time, Santa's Workshop, The Night Before Christmas, Pluto's Christmas Tree, which I think has Chip and Dale, On Ice, and Donald's Snow Fight. And there's the screenshots. And yes, it is Chip and Dale in that cartoon. I'm not a fan of Disney in general, but I do appreciate a few of their cartoons. And this was $25 when it was originally purchased. I don't know when it was purchased or when this label is from. So I brought this up the other day when we were going through the little golden books, how Mickey's Christmas Carol was one of my favorite things to watch as a child. And so I purchased the Laserdisc version. So I had the VHS tape, which I wore out to the point where it broke eventually and I had to toss it. But this is basically the same contents. It says here that this has the making of Mickey's Christmas Carol, a very cheesy half-hour special showing the actors, the animation, the animators, everybody who were involved in the making of Mickey's Christmas Carol, along with some new footage of the Disney characters. But anyway, this is definitely worth having again because I missed my old tape. And again, I'm not a big Disney fan, but when it comes to Mickey's Christmas Carol, I do enjoy this. Here's the back. But yeah, they mention here that it's this is an exclusive. The making of it's exclusive, but that was on the videotape I had as well. So. And now this is something that I don't really watch because I have this already on modern formats. It's not exactly that rare, but it's Christmas Vacation. This was only a few bucks when I found it, like $4. So I figured, why not? Moving on to the VHS tapes, I only really have one. Most of the stuff I had on VHS was all just recorded off TeeVee. And, of course, the broken copy of Mickey's Christmas Carol, but that's in the garbage. I bought this a couple of years ago at a vintage store, Santa Claus the movie from 1985, starring Dudley Moore and John Lithgow. I've never seen this. I will try to give it a watch this year, finally. I just never had a chance to. It looks like it's worth my time. It looks delightfully cheesy. So I went to my garage and I pulled a bunch of videotapes from the overflow bin. These are tapes that are not officially part of my collection, but I have because I don't want to throw them away. They were tapes we had growing up that belonged to the family. The first one I have here, this pressing is from 1991, but this is a 1986 copy version of Babes in Toyland, which of course is the retelling of the Babes in Toyland you might remember from the 30s, Laurel and Hardy. This I have not seen, but it looks to have an interesting cast. It has Richard Mulligan, Drew Barrymore, Pat Morita as the guy here. I don't know who that is. Eileen Brennan, and of course Keanu Reeves in a very early role. What I have here is an extremely cheap box set of two movies, It's a Wonderful Life and Scrooge. This comes to us courtesy of Good Times Video. If you watch the Oddity Archive, I think he did a video on these cheap dupe houses, and I think Good Times is one of them. We have two different logos represented here. We have this rectangular one and then this rainbow one. This is recorded in LP mode, and this is recorded in LP mode. So do you remember your VCR having an LP mode? Yeah, LP mode is kind of that halfway house that a lot of VCRs stopped using by the 90s. We make collectability a way of life. Okay. We have better choices now. This could just, Alright, since I had a niece who was into Barney back in the 90s, I of course have a copy of Waiting for Barney that was in the bucket. This is amongst so many other Barney tapes that are in there. I don't know what I'm going to do with them. Again, I'm sure there's somebody out there who wants these, but I don't know if this is going to stay in my collection. There's nothing amusing about Barney, ironically or otherwise, to me. Alright, and now we have here Christmas Across America. A musical portrait of Christmas from sea to shining sea. This looks to be a kind of a photo log with various traditional Christmas carols and songs with some bonus footage, apparently, I guess. 12 Days of Christmas. Oh, nice. Okay. I see here Bridgestone Production Group, so I wonder if this was a tie-in product with the tire company. Like you buy a tire and you get a free copy of Christmas Across America. So we have here from 1996 this copy of The Santa Claus on VHS. I think I got this when I worked at a drugstore that had a display of these, and this was probably employee discount purchase. Yeah, I don't hate The Santa Claus. I think it's actually kind of a decent movie. It's not my favorite Christmas movie of all time, but it has its moments. The first and the second are pretty good. I haven't watched the series that just came out because there's so many better things to watch right now. I don't know if I'm going to keep this around. I don't think I need this on VHS. If I found it on a Laserdisc, I probably would pick it up, but I'm not going to go out of my way for it. Alright, so we have here the Little Drummer Boy from Family Home Entertainment Video. I'm not really into Bible stories or Bible cartoons, but there you go. And finally, we have this Blockbuster Classics copy of It's a Wonderful Life. The good news is in black and white. The bad news, it was taped on EP mode. So here, if you look at the tape stock, you could see they spared all expenses. So anyway, that was the collection of Christmas movies in analog formats. I might watch one or two of them, but I'm not holding my breath on that. It's been a busy year. Anyway, I'll see you tomorrow.
We were walking in circles. We're still dizzy. I never want to see them all again, ever. I just want to stay here and watch a movie.
Take a holiday from shopping. Make it a Blockbuster night.